it Friday night? It is. I remember. Hey, Terry. I remember one time literally went live on a Thursday night and I was like, oh my gosh, I got my nights mixed up. I thought it was already Friday, but it was only Thursday night. And I was worried a little bit I was going to get confused since I went live on Wednesday instead of Tuesday this week. Okay, great. I thank you so much. I really, you know what? The last, I think you cashed at me last, or maybe it was Cheryl, but anyway, I got pizza with it. So thank you. I love Cash App. It's nice to have that little side account to dip into, get a little treat. Um, yeah, and yeah, thank you so much for being so generous. So, I heard the doo 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 doo. Tonight I decided I've been thinking about this deck lately. I used it for a private reading today, and I just feel like using it tonight. And since it's got kind of an Asian feeling to it, I think it'll be pretty paired with the Quan Yin Oracle. And Quan Yin Oracle is amazingly deep messages. If we don't want to go deep, I brought the Energy Oracle, and I don't know if you noticed by the setup, but I'm back at my desk because my AC got fixed. Yay! So I'm so relieved to be in this room with again, and not be sweating big bullets of yes, of sweating bullets. I was sweating. I mean, literally, they were that size, my sweat. uh, but it's okay. I'm grateful for now having this room back, and I'm gonna get busy with um, continually. So it's funny that you should say that, Terry. Terry says, is there something astrologically going on? It's for sure. And we had a blue moon, and moon activity plus retrogrades can make things really feel uncomfortable and almost, oh yeah, almost like yeah, just like an emphasis on it. Sometimes it makes it worse. Sometimes it can be a relief. We started the month with the Lionsgate portal, and I feel like I get what you're saying. Like, is there anything gonna change? Anything gonna be different? And then I've had those feelings before too. And just when you wish it or ask that question, then you get a damn tower moment, and you're like, no, that's not what I wanted. Universe, thanks very much. But I mean, I wanted to change, but I didn't want like the rug pulled out under my feet. So, oh, by the way, Terry. Somebody jumped into my lap and started licking me, so I think that's a good sign. Yes, I think she's happy too to be able to be back in this room and be cool and not have to sweat. Were you sweating, pumpkin? Yeah, I've been getting lost with directions or detours. Oh my, yes, I saw 9/11 on the clock 3 times. That's interesting. It could be that it could have something to do with the Lionsgate. Like I sometimes I see the Lionsgate as kind of a black hole. Well, not exactly, but a little bit. Like it's a portal, right? And portals, and the black hole is a kind of portal to me, but it's a portal that's very difficultly navigated, and it transcends time and space. So it's not something that is easily maneuvered or controlled. And that's how most portals are, in my opinion. They it has to deal with, it's like quantum physics. It's leaps. It's things that are kind of hard to grasp, and I think that's why sometimes we're stuck in sometimes weird cycles. It's almost like when we shift timelines and we have to repeat something over and over again until it's like we jump tracks, or something like that. We're on this train that's going around and around, and then finally this track comes over, and helps us go direct. Or we're on a merry-go-round that goes round and round, and then finally something happens on the merry-go-round where all the horses are released and the horses can run free now and or go wherever they want to. So it kind of, yeah, it can be that kind of feeling. I feel like you may have a difficult week, but my week today just suddenly got better. But, for some people, I know, like, people still have struggles, and I feel sorry for the people who have struggles. But, like, if you find yourself in a round, merry-go-round kind of situation where you feel like you're just not getting anywhere, and I know somebody, they've decided maybe I should just stop trying to get somewhere, like, and that makes sense to me too. Like, just like if you were a doer or you're like a planner or an action oriented person, or you feel like the only way that something can happen is if you put in physical work behind it, then maybe try not putting in physical work and just putting in more spiritual work, a little more spiritual planning or daydreaming or whatever. I mean, it's still kind of work, even though a lot of us don't think that that's work. But it is, like the dreaming part of manifesting something can be more important sometimes than the actual like knocking on doors and calling people and things like that. Oh, you're on your way to work. All right. Hey, Cheryl. How's it going? So, all right. So that's good. Daydreaming is good. Let yourself go into your daydreams then. Though I feel like, so this is like to me, when Mercury goes direct again, okay, so here's Mercury, and it's like, it cycles around like that, goes around and around, and then suddenly it feels like it stops on that particular day, and then it's going back. And when it's going back, it's like then you kind of go into this comfortable zone like that, but it feels like it's comfortable, but yet you feel like you're not getting anywhere. And so maybe that's where we're at right now in the cycle. I mean, it could get tighter and then be still where nothing seems to happen, and then finally you're launched and things go back to normal and go faster and faster and faster and in the right direction. But I feel like the reason why sometimes this happens is kind of like, I mean, I'm seeing so many metaphors in my head, so many symbols, like the shuttle. I worked at Space Center Houston, so I know a little bit about space and the shuttle because I worked during the shuttle years. and and the shuttle has, thank you. I didn't see how much you, let me see. Uh I knew it. See, I'm psychic. The shuttle, there's a launch. Okay, so Florida was the launch place. And the reason why Florida is because Florida is situated so that once it launched and the earth is spinning and the shuttle launches and it can get into a flight situation easier from its location, kind of, and maybe because of a certain point at the equator or whatever. And that's the main reason why Florida has the is sort of the launch place. And I'm kind of feeling like we're waiting for the right time to launch from our launching pad to get into back into the correct cycle of things. And some things will change and some things won't. Some things won't change the way we expect them to, but they may change in a way we don't expect. So be open to things falling into place in a way that you didn't expect is kind of what I'm getting. So when you get lost, when you start daydreaming when you get lost, yeah. And when I'm doing like when I when I feel like I have so much to do or have so many projects swirling around in my head, some I need to make a list, but I don't always go straight to the list or write things down. I do a lot of daydreaming. I let my mind sort of wander and I stare off into space for a long time thinking what's next? What is next priority, or should I do anything? Should I just be still? I'm a kind of a doer myself. Like, I get it. Like, I feel like we're all sort of been trained to be doers and not let a lot of grass grow under our feet. Like, we're all sort of ashamed if we are too lazy. And it's not about being lazy, it's about pacing yourself, taking time, not acting impulsively for no reason at all, spinning your wheels, right? Trying to, doing stuff and not getting anywhere. Sometimes you can just stop for a moment. So maybe that's what Mercury retrograde teaches us. Anyway, all right. So let's get into your reading, Terry. Yeah. I know everybody here seems very like busy people. You all have a lot. Terry, you mentioned like several jobs, right? And some of them are more hobby-like and others are about money. And I get that. Yeah. And then when you're a mom, you're a mother, whether you're married or not, you have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of like organizing every single day of your life. Even if you have adult kids, and all three of us have adult kids. So, yeah. You have two jobs? Okay. Because I think I thought at one point you had more than just two jobs, and I was like, girl, slow down. But yeah. I mean, if we can't, we can't. We gotta do what we gotta do. I, I just saw an advertisement. I'm thinking, I wonder if I should apply for that. Or maybe Sammy should apply for that, but I'm gonna try to look into that tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It might. The reason why I'm curious about it because it's like a metaphysical shop, and I'm thinking this could be helpful to me somehow. Sometimes I do that too, and I never thought I was that kind of person that looks at uh what I can get out of it. Yeah, but I guess you do. I guess we do. Anyway, you had more than two jobs at one time. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're trying to like give yourself some time, even though, yeah. I mean, those extra jobs mean extra time, but also extra money. All right, Terry. I'm excited about the cards. I also um I have the Energy Oracle. Do you want to see what comes out of here first? Cheryl, did you get your reading? I'm hoping that you got your pixie reading before this one, so that way, if you had any questions about that one or any additional things, then you can like clarify or get additional info. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's your energy right now. What does Spirit want to talk to you about, and where are we headed? I felt like, Wednesday we sort of kind of closed the chapter on the gift thing, but let's see. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, it'll be interesting if you do now. Oh, look at that, Terry. This is good. So like, I feel like Spirit's like, don't lose faith. You may be like kind of going around in circles right now, but just there's a door opening up or a window, whatever this is. Or like that saying goes, when a door closes, a window opens or something like that. Anyway, so that's good. It's a door to personal healing and happiness. Nice. And I feel like for you, there's a lot of different abundance cards in this deck, and this one is personal healing and happiness. So it represents a little bit more of your emotional well being, your inside feelings. The outside world is going to help you feel better on the inside. And, um, and we a lot of times rely on the outside world to help us feel better in the inside, but the work we do on the inside should be separate from the outside sometimes too. But they can be together as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like before you look to something on the outside of yourself to fix things, work on yourself first. But sometimes it is the outside world that helps the healing process. Hey, divine goddess. So, so the door to personal healing and happiness, new beginnings in your personal life. So this card is a harbinger of positive change. The beautiful light-filled door opens onto lush rainbow-lit spring filled with vibrant lotus flowers. Whether you're working on some inner healing, such as breaking an addiction, or looking to make some external changes, such as finding a new place to live, this card signals that your life is opening up and new opportunities are about to appear. The changes you've been working on are ready to blossom with wonderful results, so make sure you see your personal intentions through with continued action and optimistic expectations. I mean, if you feel like you're pushing against the grain, then stop for a moment. But I feel like don't stop for a long time because I feel the momentum I feel like you're going to get another chance. And that isn't it just the way like say every day feels like Groundhog's Day, then finally you give up. You're like, forget it, like I'm not even gonna like do my routine as usual or anything as usual. I'm just gonna go against the grain today or something. And that in that moment, that's when change happens. Ask yourself, like watch that movie. What does Bill Murray do to make a change so that he runs through all the same things that like he runs through the whole routine until he gets to a particular point. Like it's been a while since I've seen it, but I might go see that. He runs through everything until he gets to a particular point, and the most important thing to him is love, right? Relationships or something. And he sees where he went wrong all the other times, and this time he's going to do it correctly. And then he tries to see if that fixes things. So it's kind of like that. Like when we, our life is kind of like a spiral. And when we start off, sometimes we just repeat and repeat the same old mistakes. But we're not just going around in a circle. We've actually moved up a level. So it's like planes. Like in this level we're around and round, but suddenly we've moved into this next level, even if the circle is pretty tight still. And then eventually, you move to the next level and to the next level, and pretty soon that circle gets wider and wider and wider, and you're repeating it less and less and making this less mistakes, and or like you all those mistakes have been integrated and you're finally growing into who you are and getting it and all of that. And no matter how old you are, we're still learning. I know, I love that analogy too. I love that. I love the spiral of life. Have you ever watched a plant grow? And when we were little kids, when we had to plant a seed, and One time I just stared at it for a while, or like if you just do a documentary on it, or like have a video of it, and then a time lapse, and you can see in the time lapse video, it just the little seed goes like this, and it grows, it like swirls up into the sky. Anyway, okay, so adore to pleasure to personal healing and happiness. Let me just tell you what your affirmation is here. Ready? And then we'll continue. So, your affirmation is I am strong, focused, and self directed. I have the power to create wonderful new realities in my life. Terry says, it's weird I don't remember anything like this happening. So, in the physical component, like literally getting reroute and then gain footing. I might be late, but get there. Yeah, me too. I may be a little late, but I'm getting there. I'm a late bloomer. I don't know. My mom said something today. My mom and my daughter came over. My mom sometimes is like she sometimes gets in such a religious mode that it's almost a little fixed where, and I've always see my mom as kind of broad-minded or open-minded, but she seemed a little fixed today, like there's only one way to believe kind of energy, which always kind of bugs me a little bit. And I felt myself again not speaking up for myself, but then I thought again, but my mom she's older, and maybe I should just let it go, let it be, let her feel the way she wants to feel about things, and I'm not going to push against it or whatever. And there's also those old kind of like insecure feelings come up again, like she's not proud of me, or she doesn't think the work that I do is good or whatever, kind of. I was thinking that for a moment again, and well, it really doesn't matter. And I know in my heart that I do good work, and she doesn't understand it the same way as I do, but I think she probably thinks I do good work. She just she doesn't see me do it, she's not part of this channel. She's not part of the view of what I do. I don't have any physical evidence of what I do except the videos and things, and she would probably would watch those. And I guess I felt a little, my confidence got a little knocked down because my son came over too, and he was kind of poo-pooing the tarot, and he was all like, I'm reading the Bible, and I'm like, well, that's good. I'm not against any of that stuff. I was raised that way, and I feel like it's all, if you use it in a positive way, if you use your faith to make your life better, then that's great. But don't use your faith to knock other people down as if you're superior to them. And that always kind of rubs me wrong when it comes to religion. But anyways, so Divine Goddess says, like the stream. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else Tara wants to say. It's almost like when I grew up Catholic, a lot of times people would say negative things about the Baptists. And, like I didn't know one way or the other. I just, whatever I heard was what I heard from my dad or whoever was talking about the Baptists. But one of the things I knew about the Baptists were that you had to be saved, which was always like annoying thing that the Catholics were like, we don't see it that way, that God loves everybody, right? And that there's no like being saved, like certain people are allowed in heaven because they followed certain rules. And so that's how I always saw my religion, like everybody's loved under this big umbrella and under this big blanket. But today I kind of felt like I'm not saved because I'm not a Catholic, like that, like I follow the rules like all the other Catholics do. you know, and that made me felt like excluded. So here y'all are being my little my counselor tonight, but I felt a little bit that way today. Terry understands it's hard. We're not in a traditional based faith. Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, Terry, you got the Queen of Cups. I feel like Spirit wants to talk to you about love, you know, like love entering. And something that, because it feels like a personal thing is happening, something that feels good within your heart is coming through. Also, like leading with your heart, like doing things that make your heart feel good. And even if you don't see yourself as the Queen of Cups, you may be coming into the Queen of Cups energy. You also have the High Priestess, which is really good too. High Priestess is this you know, this higher awareness, and both of these are very psychic. So that's what the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess have in common. You know what else? These are my two significator cards. When I first started tarot, I saw myself as the Queen of Cups. And then as I, you know, kept going, I saw myself maybe at times as the High Priestess. You know, those are my two significator cards. So the Queen of Cups is poetry in motion, imagination incarnate. She heeds her intuition and follows her heart. Though her steps seem random and impulsive, they are guided by instinct. So, instinct and intuition are going to be the next ways you move into your next phase. Ooh, 15. See, that's good. So, Terry says, I grew up in a Christian based faith, then converted to Catholic after the kids were born. Really? I've been into the tarot the last 15 years, see? So we have a lot in common. Yeah. I I've always like, well, I remember it was my best friend, one of my friends from school. Maybe I was like 12 or 13 when he showed me the first tarot deck, and he had it all wrapped up in a black cloth and everything. Felt a little taboo, but it also felt like innocent, like nothing dangerous about it or bad about it, just kind of sacred, and it had to be kept in a dark cloth. and and he told me a little bit the major minor arcana, and that was my very first lesson. And then after like years after that, then I bought my own deck and read for me and read for different people and my sister and stuff like that. But my sister's also Catholic, and especially when she had her own kids, she decided to really focus on her faith and not on the metaphysical stuff that we share. So, and also at one point she had a Ouija board and a very kind of scary experience with the Ouija board. It wasn't scary. It was just she's a stronger witch than I am, but she doesn't want to embrace her witchiness. You know, she wants to leave it behind. So it's kind of like we're kind of like the girls in uh Sandra Bullock and her sister. What's that one called? She's the redhead and I'm the brunette. But yeah, she's very powerful. But I think she's a little afraid of her power, so she kind of left that behind. Anywho, back to your reading. The High Priestess is wisdom, knowledge, learning, intuition, purity, virtue. She lifts her arms out in that gesture, and her body becomes a living symbol of a chalice, a cup. And then we have the Cups Queen. And the owl is the keeper of knowledge, and he bears a key to the unlocked mysteries. The pomegranate is a fruit of fertility and death. So I feel like some knowledge is coming to you in some kind of intuitive and instinctual form. And that way, it won't, what's been happening will be, you'll almost like feel sort of aha. What's been happening won't feel so strange after all. Cheryl says, I had some scary experience with that too. Yeah. And Terry says, I used to used to Eucharistic ministry, then went to charismatic Catholic event. After that, my mind expanded. Nice. Very good. All right, and then you have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is all about, it's all about like charity and giving and receiving. This particular Six of Pentacles is a little bit different. He is sitting on a bridge, and the pentacles are kind of like watering a plant. And didn't we just talk about the plant that grows in the spiral? So maybe there's something about a plant that's going to give you an aha moment energy. Like maybe something in your outdoors, some kind of particular plant that you're going to buy or grow, and it will do something. The Six of Pentacles in general, though, is about too interesting, and cycles of dependencies between those that have and those that have not. Who is truly that? Who is it that's truly the benefactor? Who holds the power? So it's the giver and the receiver, and sometimes that gives, and sometimes you're the one that receives. And in fact, Cheryl, that line right there was in your private reading today, and I feel like, so if that's coming out, I feel like it could be collective. It's like the Five of Swords, good losers, good winners, bad winners. This is good receivers, bad receivers, good givers, bad givers. There's the givers out there that act all high and mighty, and they look down upon the poor folk. Here you go, a couple of pennies for you. And then there's the givers who are like, out of the kindness of my heart, I'm going to do that. I don't want any attention for it. I just want to help out. And then there's the receivers that are like, gratitude, thank you so much for helping me. And then there's the receivers that are like, that's it, that's all you're gonna give me? Okay, fine, I'll take it, but oh my God, you're so greedy, or whatever, So there's ways to give and receive, right? In fact, there's more than even that in the spectrum of things. Like sometimes receivers can be just simply very humble people that are like, oh no, 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 that's fine, I don't need it. They're so used to giving, they're just having trouble receiving. You know how you and Cheryl are been so back to back on these readings that have been coming out, like so many things similar. And that could be something similar about the two of you too. Like that you're both could be very generous people, but have a lot of trouble receiving things. And so therefore that almost that receiving, it's a humility. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's like, no, 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 it's okay. I'm fine. Hold on to that. You need it more than I do, or whatever. It's a good energy. And yet, even that energy can be sort of a block from the universal gifts. So remember this gift that's coming to you, Terry. We're bringing it up again just a little bit. Here's a little mention from Spirit. We talked a little bit about how you might recognize it, but this is a little mention about receive it when it comes to you. Don't get into the humility energy and say, no, 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 I don't need that. Please reach out your hand and say, thank you, yes, I'll take it. When I on TikTok, when I do videos, people say, I claim that. I love that phrase. I claim it. So I might try to get people to say, I claim it, on the YouTube, because claiming, positive energy is a very powerful affirmation. I claim it. So everybody on this channel, say that when good comes, say thank you. I claim it. I claim that. Instead of like, oh no, I don't think that'll happen, or I mean, that's a nice gesture. That's a nice way of looking at it, but it's probably not going to happen, or no, 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 you keep that, or whatever. Like, this humility thing is nice, but sometimes it's just it maybe just too much. See what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. So thank you. I feel like I should pay you guys back. No, 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 no. You do so much, Cherry. You don't owe us anything. Oh, y'all are so nice. But that's how you are with me. And I love that. I claim it. I don't care. I don't see myself as greedy, but I am definitely I do enjoy receiving, being on the receiving end of the good that people send me. So I thank you. Sometimes it's probably easier to give to people who love to receive and watch their faces light up. That's why it's so nice. It's so much fun to buy kids presents at Christmas and stuff, because they look so happy and their face light up, and they play with their toys and they just seem in heaven, and you're like, ah, that felt good to give them something they liked, and they're happy, so happy with it. I feel like that with my cats too. I got a new printer and I took it out of the box and I threw the box down, and Pumpkin was like, "Thank you, Mommy, for this great box. I love it." And she's playing the box. I'm like, "Oh, great. I got myself a present. I got you a present too, just by accident." So, okay. I thank you. Hi, Natalie. Yes, watch that twin flame reading. It's pretty exciting, and it's good for anybody. Like, even if you're not in twin flame situationship, if you just have any ideas about a person that you're interested in, or not, don't even know anybody, this could be a clue to somebody that's coming in. So take a look at it. It's really nice. All right, so we got a lot of queens here. We got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. Terry, this is a really good reading. You're about to receive a lot of abundance. And the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this could maybe be this connection between me and you, and using your psychic and your intuitive abilities. But I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is definitely kind of more like you, being abundant, having everything. And the Nine of Pentacles is like the mini Queen of Pentacles. So it's like a lot of money here. And the Queen of Wands is this new enthusiasm coming through. So getting excited about something. Also, this could be different people you're meeting, or people that are surrounding you that really that form this nice friendship circle, or help boost you up, or make you feel good, being in their presence and stuff. All right, so the Nine of Pentacles is a balance of the material with the spiritual. This one is so pretty because she's playing a piano. I love this. And it's the material well-being and the discipline in order to attain such. It's an understanding and appreciating the wealth that one already possesses. This a lot of times, the Nine of Pentacles, you'll see a really beautiful lady dressed up nice, and sometimes it's called the luxury card. I call it the sitting pretty card. This one's a little deeper though. It does feel like a segue from the Six of Pentacles, the have and the have-nots. And this, I feel like this represents that you are the haves. You are the one, you have these things. You are going to be, or you already have this wealth that you already possess. And then the Queen of Pentacles is nurturing and caring for others, and brimming with generosity and a warm spirit, and lending her support to any who ask. So that's definitely you. This is your energy. It's just energy that you always have to make sure that you keep in balance, or that you keep in the proper cycle and the proper flow of things. It's great to be a giver, but you also have to learn harder to be the receiver, and just say I claim it, and that way that thing that's coming to you, that gift that's coming to you, will fall into your hands so much easier. And then you have the Queen of Wands. I don't know if I mean, I pretend like I'm a good receiver, but sometimes I'm the same way too. I mean, sometimes, I don't know if it's pride. Sometimes it is pride for me. Like, but today I swear, even though I didn't want to bother my father, my stepdad, I was so grateful that he came and fixed the AC. And I received that, man. I claim his generosity. He's so generous. Like, he bought all 4 new tires for me, and he's always doing that. And he's not exactly expecting anything in return, but I think my mom expects me to be more religious in return. For, he'll say stuff like, you should go to church. If you can't go to church on Sundays, at least you should go to church on Saturday nights. And it's like, does it have to be quid pro quo? But she's right. Like, maybe I should, but anyway, but I don't want to feel this quid pro quo feeling. I want that gift just to be out of the kindness of his heart, and it felt like it was today. Yeah. So then finally we have the Queen of Wands, and she's gorgeous too, like all of these queens. And look at all this music. We got the piano and the harp, and it's like everybody's playing in harmony with each other. And she's dedicated, engaging, attractive. She's cheerful and upbeat. Her presence exudes confidence, and she can handle anything and anyone. And I feel like that's also part of who you are too. Like, you're all these queens. You're a queen. You got it. All right, let me see. Let's get one more. I'm going to get you the Quan Yin then. I think some people are afraid to receive because a lot of givers are like just like that. They're the givers that act on the surface like they don't want anything in return, but underneath it they it's almost like they want to hold some kind of power over you or something. And that's no fun either. So it is a delicate, the whole giving and receiving dance is kind of delicate sometimes. Let's hope that we all find the givers that give freely from their hearts, and that we can receive with graciousness and gratitude. You would like a completely free gift. I feel that way too. Yeah. It's not like my mom's going to pull me by my ear and say, "Come on, Missy, let's go to church now." She just has her very Libra, subtle yet pointed, passive aggressive way of saying, Sunday, they have church on Saturday nights too. And St. Augustine's just right down the street. Yes, Mom. I'll be more religious if you want. I mean, I feel bad because I would have like tattoos all over my hair and pink and my body, and pink hair, but I think I hold back on going that far because of my mom. I've always been sort of like good girl, trying not to scare my mom too much with my unusualness. And yet, she has a neighbor who's quite pink-haired and unusual. I guess she just doesn't want that for me, but I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel like I hold back because of her approval. So there you go, guys. I'm getting very deep here, but that's true. I've always tried to break free from that, and I've really got close by doing this channel and like being more my most authentic self that I've ever been in my life. But still, there's a part of me that I feel like I still hold back a little bit. Okay, Miss Quan Yin. And then Sergio used to always listen to my tarot readings, but not anymore. He's all like manifesting is evil or something. It's like, no, it's not. Manifesting is the same as praying. It's what you visualize, if it's good or bad, or what you see for yourself, or and who you're praying to. But, yeah. Okay. You've got, ooh, I love this one. You got drink from the Emerald Fountain. We've got a few cup references here, with the Queen of Cups and then the High Priestess putting her hands out in a cup fashion. And then we have the lovely, let's see who she is. This lovely lady doing a little arm dance here. The divine feminine is encouraging of awakening and empowerment of all living beings. And when a sincere seeker is trying to find a way through, there's much help sent. It makes sense to be open to receive it. Indeed, to step forward and drink from the Emerald Fountain, which is the unconditionally loving heart chakra of Quan Yin. Allow yourself to be nurtured by the power and love of the Divine Mother flowing to you now. Okay, so we have a healing, we have a prayer. What should we look at? Let's see. So those are things that you can do. So let's see. There's nothing to be gained in making life more difficult than it needs to be, other than unnecessary stress or perhaps the learning that it isn't as much fun this way. At this time, you're going through a time of important spiritual growth. Your higher self has set a spiritual schedule and is planning on being at a certain destination in time and space to set events in motion, to benefit from synchronicities, and to be able to live out its divine purpose in the physical world too. The soul is very resourceful and it's calling for divine help in getting to its destination on time. When you allow yourself to be helped, great reserves of support become available to you. Your soul is strengthened and nourished by the loving heart of the Divine Mother. As it is filled with love from the Emerald Fountain, it can flow through you and you feel happier, more balanced, content, and peaceful. The more you allow yourself to be assisted, the more you will feel detached and trusting. You will find fewer problems actually arise for you, and when they do, you might be surprised just how swiftly they are resolved, sometimes with only a small amount of effort on your part. This is the benefit allowing divine forces greater than us individually to nourish and support us. We allow the loving power much greater than our individual consciousness to do the heavy lifting, and our soul path unfolds more joyfully and more quickly. It is a doing without doing. You are at a point on your path where you need support to rise up and break through. You were invited to drink from the Emerald Fountain, to accept the love pouring endlessly from the heart chakra of the Divine Mother, as it would greatly benefit you, even in ways that are not as yet part of your conscious awareness. May your spiritual thirst be sated. May you be supported and assisted by Mother Divine. All right, so it feels like there's something like there. Florida has this beautiful emerald ocean. It feels like an unusual kind of offering is being handed to you, that you drink from, that you allow yourself, you receive this gift. If we were wondering what the gift is, it could be spiritual, could be divine, and it's very beautiful. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, I guess this book identified her as Kuan Yin. There's lots of different images of Kuan Yin in this book, but I like that. So I don't know, like, should I talk about? Hi, Maurice. I don't know if you should if I should read, which one would you like me to read, the healing at the Emerald Fountain or the prayer at the Emerald Fountain? Let's do the prayer. Okay, here we go. Divine Kuan Yin, beloved goddess that loves me unconditionally, you have my blessing and permission to assist me with divine energy that is for my highest good in all areas of my life now. I kneel at your sacred fountain of love, light, and divine assistance now. I drink from your heart, that which fills my soul. I gratefully receive your unconditionally loving help. Om Mani Padme Hum. Good. You have? I'm so proud of you, Terry. Alexi, I what are you doing here? All right. Very good then. Very good. Very good. Okay, Cheryl. I'll give y'all a little extra long, well, maybe not too long, but just a little extra since our list is short. Hi, Cheryl. Any messages from me from my guides? Let's see. Ooh, you got the Knight of Wands coming out. This could be a masculine fire sign. Manly fire sign, anyone? The Knight is awesome because knights represent action. And we have the Seven of Cups. I love this one. I'll get to this in a minute. Oh, and guess what? Five of Pentacles came out in your reading today too. And so we'll get to that one. And Strength came out in your private reading today too. And then you also have the High Priestess. So it's like Spirit's trying to like say something similar things. But this one is real interesting. Okay. I have a confession to make. When I saw myself, well, okay, I'm not gonna confess. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna talk about this card in a very open way. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups usually is about choices. What this makes me think of is a couple that are together, but they're not always on the same page. And they may often, and I don't think this is you and anybody else, you and somebody else, Cheryl. I think this is somebody else and they're somebody else and their person or some other person in their life. something you're observing between two people that you're not a part of necessarily, but you're observing this between two people. So these other two people, they're like together, and yet one person says, "Hey, let's go this way," and the other person's like, "But I have a map and I want to do it this way." Or, it's almost like this is like traditional and this is like practical. Like, hey, I'm actually seeing the place that we could go to. And the man is like, well, I see it on the map. So it's like book smarts versus worldly people. So yeah, it's kind of like two ways of seeing things, but it also makes me kind of think like maybe they're a good couple because they can see things in different ways, but maybe sometimes they're also at odds because they always seem to be seeing things in different ways. Like they're always sort of opposed on their path, like he wants to do this and she wants to do that kind of thing. But they seem somewhat compatible because they have these two different ideas, and they can then there comes the key that they have to compromise. So this is something I feel like that you're observing between some people that are around you. But the Knight of Wands is good positive energy, and he is action oriented, and but sometimes also like a little bit hot headed or a little impulsive. And in your life, the Knight of Wands can indicate change and progression towards a goal. So that's good. And this is daring and passion and courage. You got courage here again with the Strength card. So there's a lot, you're going to have a lot of daring and passion and courage and strength coming into your life soon. And this feeling. So these are two different kinds of partnerships. This one is sort of like, I want to go that way, and the other guy's like, let's do this way. And the Strength card is like, so it's so fluid. It's like, I will take care of you and I will guide you, and we are like perfectly blended together. We know when we're together, our roles are so simple. They're so organic and so primal and so easy. Like this is more in the head in a way. This is kind of like head energy, like I got to do this and or whatever. And then this is more like very earthy and natural. Even though they're both represent the sign. Well, this one's fire and that's water. But the Strength card also is courage, of course, calm, composure, patience, compassion, persuasion, soft control, tempered forces, managing impulses, to control anger and force rather than to be manipulated by them. It's an unshakable resolve. What will see you through to the desired end, reaching these goals and things. And then the High Priestess is wisdom and knowledge and learning and intuition and purity and virtue. And she's lifting her arms out, doing that vessel, that cup gesture. And the owl is about knowledge, and he has the key to the mysteries. And then the Five of Pentacles is like, it came out in your reading about sometimes feeling lost or feeling sad, or even after a great day feeling being sad about the what ifs, or the wish I could, or the lack, it's, we have this but I don't have this, kind of thing. And I mean, it can hit you like during the day when you're so surrounded by the joy of something, and then you have to come home and it hits you that you still feel like a lack or something like that. And so Spirit is trying to say to you, try not to dwell in this too much. Constantly count your blessings and try not to dwell on the lack of things. the not having things. Um, and there could, sometimes there's haters out there. Sometimes there's people that try to manipulate or push and do things. Don't let them get you down. Like, see yourself rise above their actions. You're greater than that. You're better than that. It's like I'm gonna say something funny, but like when they go low, you go high, basically. Now I don't know what famous person said that. She's pretty smart, but I think that's kind of what's happening here. If somebody's gonna pull some low act, then you go high. But also like physically when you're moving around and stuff and exercising and things like that, it's also kind of like your movements are also going to be higher than lower, right? Because that's more it's against the rules to go below the belt, in other words. So metaphorically speaking as well, it's in, if you see it and the things that you're going to be learning. I just had someone really close really manipulate me, really. Okay. And so that can be very disheartening, but you are so much better than that. So you don't need to let it get you down, because what they did is kind of insignificant, and hurt people, and like I can, you can just pray for them that they find their healing and they find their, find their spirituality or whatever. They get out of their cycle of the ugly cycle or whatever. I just also had something yesterday happen. Somebody said something that surprised me behind my back that I didn't expect. And so kind of changed my attitude towards them. But, you know, after sitting on it for a little while, I just realized, it's not important to to worry about it anymore. I gotta let it go. I guess I could forgive and forget, but also I'm just going to, just see them, just hope that they get better, because they may be ill, and they need help. That's all. And that's what I look for when people behave that way. What am I going to do about it? Like, I mean, we can't make them be better. They have to find it for themselves. So these past 2 weeks, really, a lot of that kind of manipulation. Yeah, Divine Goddess too had something like that too happen to her. So people doing things that are surprising, right? That you just didn't think that they would behave that way. All right, let's see what Quan Yin card you get. That's good. Redirect yourself. Me too. And I recognized myself getting triggered, and I was like, oh, I got triggered. Okay, well, I let off a little steam, and now it wasn't like I yelled at any person. I just vented. I vented with my son, which I don't know if that was a good idea, but anyway. All right, so here, the yellow tiger mother. Wow. It's kind of very wandsy and strengthy too, and this vibrant amber sacral chakra energy. So tiger mother, tell us, what do you want to say? Sometimes we must be strong and hold true while all around us seems to be shifting and changing. The yellow tiger mother, Quan Yin, in her guardian role, is roaring her divine sound within you. She asks you to hear her, to remember that you are a powerful being of light. And even whilst you are in flow with universal forces, your strong roots help you to be at peace with your truth, standing your ground while your light shines true. Very nice. Very nice. So, in our surrender to divine forces, there are times when we must be flexible and flow. And then there are times when the surrender is into holding strong and being true to our inner knowing. There are inner truths that are we know are worthy of the efforts to grow strong enough to honor them in our lives. These are the truths of kindness and compassion and the right of each individual being to be spiritually free and loved and more. The yellow tiger mother sounds her roaring note within you. She is fierce, protective tigress, and yellow is her golden strength and wisdom. Strength and wisdom. And this also strength reminds me of the serenity prayer. And so you guys know serenity prayer. The last line to me is the most important, the wisdom to know the difference. It's good to have courage, but it's also good to know the difference between when to do something and when not to do something. So that's kind of what's happening here. I didn't describe it as eloquently earlier today when I did it. You'll have a good laugh when you listen to your reading today. But so yellow tiger mother. Okay. I'll pausing right there. I'll be right back. I'm going to get my charger. Sorry, my battery died. I should be okay. So I'm going to continue with Cheryl's reading real fast. So the yellow tiger mother. The yellow tiger mother sounds her roaring note within you, and she is a fierce protective tigress, and yellow is her golden strength and wisdom. And I was talking about the serenity prayer. You're more powerful. It also says she urges you to listen for her sound within and trust yourself. You know when you need to stand your ground and not be swayed. And you are more powerful, strong, and courageous than you may realize. Your strength is not stubbornness or resistance. It's holding firm to what you feel in your heart to be true. And in time, you will come to realize the wisdom of your courage. Strength at this time is needed, like a protective shield, providing nurturing to a young plant. Your strength and refusal to be dissuaded from your truths helps your dreams and higher path continue to manifest. Allow yourself to hear the yellow tiger mother as she gifts you with power, strength, and knowing. Be brave and stay true to yourself, beloved. So that's your message. Here's a prayer to the Yellow Tiger Mother. Quan Yin, beloved Yellow Tiger Mother, I need courage and strength now to be true to myself and allow my own light to take root and grow. Nurture me with your strength of spirit so that I might realize that I have your strength within me too. It is my strength, my courageous heart. Help me, beloved, now to realize my courage and have peace in my heart. I feel the roar of your courage and the strength within me, and I realize that this is my own courage too. Thank you for helping me realize this. Beloved Tigress, Om Mani Padme Hum. Very nice, yes. All right, and also I'm going to give you a little energy oracle. Woo! You got the door to romance, but there's also this five. See, the five energy is the attachment energy is a lot like this lack feeling. So this card doesn't come out very much. So let me see, let me just touch on it just a little bit. The attachment. So this is perceived need and the choice to let go. This card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take action. You need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you're capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. Ooh, and it seems like you might be in a little Groundhog Day with Terry in some other, certain area in your life. I don't know what particularly what's feeling a little stuck for you, but I feel like the door to romance is opening things up for you and helping you get out of this stuckiness. So, this is new beginnings in love. Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in a particular one, this door with the heart opens onto a new beginning in your experience. A new love may be arriving, and you are being brought together by strong, resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into a heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in the energetic potential. So when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are projecting the kind of self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. Be aware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open that door. Are you? And that also, again, reiterates this theme that's kind of coming out tonight, this giving and receiving stuff. Like, in order for you to receive a love that you want, you also have to give it to yourself as well. So the affirmation here, and that's probably good advice for me too. The affirmation you have here is, as I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. Very nice. And there you go. You're gonna laugh at the cards that came out in your. So you'll see that there's a particular message that is kind of strong with you. I did get into more detail with your pixie reading, but similar messages. One I just made a little more generalized. I hope that was general enough, to be honest. Yeah. But I think, it's not such something. There's something. You'll see. Oh, yeah. It seems like I just did August reading and it's almost September now. You're welcome, Cheryl. I'm going to probably pull out the Seasons of the Witch one more time before the Samhain cycle comes in. I just don't like that deck as much. I'll probably use it only in October. Maybe September I'll keep using the other one, the Lunasa Lamas. Okay. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Ooh, okay. Page of Cups. Speaking of giving and receiving, it looks like you may be receiving some kind of love energy. There could be some message, somebody telling you something sweet in the love sector of your life. Ooh, the Fool. I kind of feel like it's going to make you feel a little lighthearted and giddy. Temperance, nice. Look, you have yin yang. This I feel like you're getting a kind of twin flame energy, soulmate coming through. And the Nine of Cups. This is a love reading. I'm sorry, Divine Goddess. I know you don't like love. You don't want to know about the romance. You said, Jerry Freestyle, I had a vision a few days back of Christ light. Very nice. So maybe Jesus is sending you this message here. Don't be scared of love. So the Page of Cups is sentimental. She is a true romantic at heart and listens to the still voice from deep inside that speaks with understanding and intuition. And then the Fool is about ready to embark on new beginnings and adventures and pleasure and passion. She rushes ahead through kind of, sometimes not always with the most amount of thought, but, she's sometimes a little rash. Sometimes she acts before thinking, but she's always kind of like obeying her instincts, the call. There are unlimited possibilities opening up for you. And then Temperance represents not being, it's kind of like pull back a little bit on this free-for-all energy. But yeah, do be free and do enjoy yourself, but with a nice balance. And also, I love this because in this deck, this often made me think of romance and love between people. Harmony and equilibrium, balancing of opposites and healing, moderation of extremes, self-restraint, harnessing absolute forces and reining them in to be wielded for a purpose. Holding opposites apart from one another denies their power of unity. So these two parts have to be whole. They have to come together to make a whole. And then the Nine of Cups is maybe more of you in the physical plane. This is enjoy the pleasure of the senses because you're feeling good. Satisfaction and wish fulfillment. The future is assured and there is bounty on the horizon. That's good news. It sounds like a big upswing for you, and maybe some love coming through. I wonder what Quan Yin's got to say about it. Claim it, girl. Claim it. You'll make everybody say, I claim it. Okay, nice flipper. You have Tai Chi Rising. Very nice. You sound like some kind of announcer person. Tai Chi Rising, she's the book cover. So Tai Chi Rising says this: your energy field is growing stronger with more spiritual electricity pulsing through your being. Take time to nourish your nervous system as it adjusts, and be gentle with yourself as you adjust to increasing levels of spiritual potency, which gives more impact to your words, actions, and thoughts. Having a big energy field doesn't necessarily mean that you have a high level of consciousness, but when you do have an exquisite awareness and a beautiful light, it is able to shine more brightly through a larger energy field. Whatever you have within you, a larger energy field will reveal it with greater gusto. You have a special light within you, and the elegance, beauty, and refinement that light wishes to expand itself more potently in the world of forms so that others may receive healing and refine their light too. You can help teach others about the power of gentleness, that force is not required, and that kindness can be the most healing and powerful balm of all. Hey, Rainbow, sure. For this to happen more so now, your energy field is growing. It's like having a bigger light globe through which to shine your light so that is more visible. You know, I started live streaming these days. Oh, nice. As your energy field grows, your words and thoughts have more potency, like getting you used to driving a car with a more powerful engine, or take your time to be careful as you release the impact that your actions and thoughts will have in the world of forms now. You do not need to worry about this. You can go into your heart and trust that you will exercise your will and potency in the world through a surrendering into your heart, where your own Quan Yin nature will guide you into compassion and right action. Let your energy field continue to grow through chanting. I always say that, like, the chanting meditations always seem to come out for you, Divine Goddess. So do the chanting, meditation, energy work, and healing, and whatever else intuitively feels right for you. This oracle is a confirmation that the growth is happening and needs to happen for you now so that you are able to do your life's work most effectively. So your prayer is: through the mercy and compassion of Quan Yin and my own free will, may my energy field grow to meet the needs of my soul light. May I be strong and merciful, powerful, wise, and equal in measure. May I be loving and potent with temperance and peaceful intention. Om Mani Padme Hum. Very nice. Very good. You do chants. I know you do. So let's get a little charms. Ooh, you have love help. Love help think. And S. Lee. Lovely. Think lovely. You are protected. You've got the Taj Mahal here. This seems like, it almost feels like temple right now, like a temple. And you have peace and love and, what is this guy? And a bird. Birdie. And then you have this is like, I got your back. So there's somebody here who's like, they'll take you anywhere. Maybe give you a ride somewhere. Like they're really looking out for you. I feel like the handcuffs kind of represent, be careful of material and the devil energy. And the snake is good though. The snake is a good, it's about your kundalini and doing more kundalini work and releasing that ripple up your spine. And then the red thread to me represents some kind of connection that you have with somebody that's hard to cut, and that you're always connected with this person no matter what. Even if you can't actually be together, there's a connection. Ooh, a white snake. Interesting. That's a cool white purity. I had in this game that I play, I find objects, hidden objects, and most of the time the snake is kind of obvious, but sometimes it's blended into the scenery somehow. So like a carved snake on the building, and there was one that was a white column with a white carved snake, and you could barely see it, but there it was carved into the building. So I've seen a white snake recently too. So, very nice. And this is kind of reminding me, do your Kundalini meditation, Jerry. Okay, I will. Alrighty then, let's move on to rainbow. Hey Rainbow, I've been thinking a lot about you, and I was wondering if you've been on vacation, how you doing? Excuse me. Before I ask my question, I would like to share that I just got back from vacation with my hubby, and we closed, yay, on our home yesterday. We are homeowners again. Congratulations. Woohoo! Everybody put a little celebration symbol in the chat. Little what are those called? Put a piñata in your chat. Put a little happy face that blows up stuff in your chat. There you go. Put some rainbows in chat to congratulate Rainbow. This has been a long time coming for her, and I'm hoping that, a lot of this positive energy from me and the sparkles of lights have helped you get to your goals. And congratulations. Very proud of you. So excited. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. Yes, that little party hat person, I like that one. I don't think I can put anything in there. Like, I don't have my computer with me, or else I would do it. But I don't think I can add anything on. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't want to try anything. Thank you, Cherry. I was very tearful and grateful for my blessing. Nice. I am too. Could I get some baby messages? Okay. Let's see what baby has to say. Baby, where are you? Are you coming close? Baby, are you nearby? Oh, thank you. From me, yes. Baby. Oh, I felt a touch on my arm. A tingle on my arm. Pumpkin's playing. Oh, a different person was asking for baby messages. I felt you there with us. This was a few, I don't know, it was the Lionsgate portal, I think, that night. Oh, I'm getting to be I'm going to be a fire sign baby. Speaking of Lionsgate. I am always with you. My love will always surround you. So, yeah, they're nearby. They said I asked, are you nearby? They're nearby. Oh, okay. You're going to have twin girls. I'm going to be an air sign baby. Okay. Air or fire, maybe? Who knows? And I am the missing puzzle piece. I will share with you a lot of the answers that you have been needing. I promise. Okay. Answers to questions, to things that you've been wanting. Let's use the tarot and see what else. Just real quick. What else, babies? Anything you want to tell mommy through the tarot? Tarot? What's this? Ooh, King of Wands. We love Daddy. Daddy's got a good stick, and he's going to do good things with his stick. Oh. This is like, ooh, and Six of Swords. A journey. Taking you on a journey. I think they're traveling to you. And so much depends on your husband's virility and his fertility. His virility and his fertility. And the Nine of Wands. All right. Yes, I feel like the little soldiers, they're ready to go. There's a lot of fiery passion here, ready to go. The the King of Wands is charismatic, a force of his charm is irresistible. He is source of inspiration, and he bears mantle of authority with ease if he was born to it. And then the Nine of Wands is vigilance. Keep strength in reserve and always be prepared for any eventuality. Retain a core of power. Even more importantly, know what that inner strength is. So it feels like this guy's kind of a powerful. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, but it's like wounded but not down. Not rising up again, always ready to go and to rise above. It just feels like a rise above energy. And the Six of Swords is this transition phase coming up soon. This feels like traveling, but you just traveled, but there could be other forms of traveling, if you know what I mean. I always see the sperm. I don't know why I'm seeing sperm, but I always see them doing their little traveling routine. And, it's also about trials and tribulations. And that's kind of how it is. Trial and error, trial and error. You try and, try something and see if it works. Try something, see if it works. Six of Swords is a passageway. Also, I feel like birth canals and fallopian tubes. I don't know. Okay, this seems like fallopian tubes to me. A passageway from difficulties. This is a chance to recover after tribulations. So you're recovering. This is a different time now for you than you've ever had before. This is This is like a cycle of good luck and things going your way, you know, even after many struggles or many tries, there's this message of inevitable. It's a destiny. It's gonna happen. Feels kind of like that for you. You're welcome, Divine Goddess. Finally, you felt me in my energy again. Yes, I did. I'm so glad that I did. And I'm feeling Rainbow in her energy too. Feeling, okay, I feel like you need and speaking of energy, like a rainbow. Do, 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 do. You know that song by ooh, look at that appreciation. Ooh, so that means something, you're gonna get some kind of present. It also means that you are, you know, beyond the house, of course. It also means that you're not looking at the thorns anymore. You're looking at all the roses. You're smelling the roses. Good job. You're choosing gratitude. This card shows a woman holding a single rose. She enjoys the scent and beauty of the single blossom. Yet around and behind her are the bramble bushes. She could be focusing on these, worried that she might get caught up in their prickly branches of difficulty. Instead, she's pausing to experience the blessing of a single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice and on the tiny buds waiting to open up. Oh, yeah, goosebumps. This card upright is telling you that you have much to be grateful for, and like the flowering bush behind the woman on the card, there is more to come that you can't see. You got your house, but there's more to come. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value, and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness of life to you. And this is great for everybody. You know, everybody smell these roses. Focus on what you have and not the lack. Let's do that. Let's keep on working on it. I have to too, you know? And here's your affirmation, Rainbow. I choose to see and appreciate the beauty and value around me. I increase my gratitude every day, and I am attracting even more to be grateful for. I claim this too. Let's everybody say, I'm claiming it. Because that's the new thing, Rainbow. Instead of saying, no, it's okay, I don't need that. No, we're like, yes, I claim this. Okay? We're not too proud to claim the gift that is given to us. We claim it. And we're not going to assume that gift comes with some kind of caveat. We're going to assume that gift is free of ties, and it's free of, you know, it's free and abundant. It's for us to enjoy without expecting anything in return. Woo! I claim it too. All right. Well, I would like to go ahead and take off early tonight, a little bit early. I feel good. I'm excited that I got my AC back, and I want to just sit and enjoy the cool air spewing down on me. Oh, you didn't? I might have like copied it and then forgot to paste it, but I thought I did. I'll send it again. All right then. You too. Y'all have a wonderful night. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. I'll send you your link as soon as I close it out. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be funny how synchronistic it is. Good night, everybody.